that one's up. Perfect. We're good. Okay, we're good to go.
All set? Okay, it's 5:15. This meeting will come to order for the Plan Commission. Call the roll.
Andries.
Here.
Kasdorf.
Here.
Klibowitz.
Here.
Morin.
Here.
Mr. Benjamin is absent.
Is there anyone desiring to be heard? Other than this? No, nothing? Okay. Consideration of the minutes from February 24th to 26th.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes.
I'll second that.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All in opposition, say nay. Motion passes. New business. Item A, an application for conditional use for Rebecca Peasy, owner of Zola's Zone, to open a pet training recreation business located at 5202 North 126th Street, Butler, 53007, pursuant to Chapter 54, Article 5, Section 54-358 of the Butler Municipal Code of Ordinances. The property is zoned M1 Industrial.
Oh, so Zola Zone is a relocating. So they're an existing business that's proposed to move into the village of Butler, and they are a pet service and kind of they provide the space for the dogs. And in this sense, they provide the indoor space, climate control, and this is for by reservations for dog owners to kind of come and kind of enjoy kind of an indoor, a little bit more private kind of indoor dog park, if you will. Certified trainers can also kind of rent the space. And so it's not a kennel. It's not Zola Zone managing or having control of the dog. An owner or a certified trainer comes to the space, and then Zola Zone is providing the facility or the space that the dog owner comes to and then uses. And so just want to iterate again, this is a reservation only, so it's not something that's open to the public necessarily where anyone can just walk in unless they're doing one of the few open houses that they are proposed to do throughout the year. This is going into 5202 North 126th Street, formerly occupied by the All Paws Dog Training. They have closed down, and Zola Zone is proposed to move into that space. A few things that I just want to highlight as far as kind of the nature of the business. So they go through a rental process / booking to actually use the space. There will be secure access, sanitation, but generally, just want to highlight throughout the business plan that they presented is that they only take one reservation at a time. And of that reservation, whether it's a certified trainer or a group of owners making that reservation together, that it's no more than 6 dogs at a time. And then this is not a dog daycare. It's not meant for food preparation. The owner, Rebecca, that is present right here, does have a request on point 12 of the attached conditional use permit. And that point 12 specifically deals with kind of the normal hours of operation that we typically do for businesses. She is requesting earlier hours than that. But with that, I'm going to turn it over to the owner to kind of be able to speak a little bit for herself and make that request.
You can come up to the microphone.
As Aaron said, my name is Rebecca Pease. I have been in the dog industry for the last 20 years. Prior to that, I was a CPA. And I have 5 separate dog businesses that I currently run. Zola Zone is one of those. And like Aaron said, we'd like to relocate to this space. Our previous space, we chose to vacate recently because the building was in disarray and the building owner was not going to repair it, as I learned, unfortunately. So it just had roof leaks, the back doors were a problem, things like that. So it was a nonstop issue. So we chose to close that location. And now, obviously, I'd love to own a building, but right now I haven't found the one that I would like to own. So this space became available after Brittany, the current EC of the space, she contacted me and said, hey, I'm giving up my space. It might be great for Zoila Zone. So that's why we're here. We'd like to get approved for this space. And as Aaron said, I would like the hours to be as early as 5 a.m. because I do have clients that like to exercise their dogs in a private scenario before they head to work. So I do have 2 renters that rent anywhere from 2 to 3 times per week. They kind of fight for the reservations online, who can get to it first, but they do like to get in there between the hours of 5 a.m. and 7 a.m., which is why I'm asking that the hours be adjusted to 5 a.m. In our other location, we are open 24/7, but I understand that's not an option at this time, and I'm willing to change that if we can at least get 5 a.m. And I did a quick Google search, and there are currently 12 businesses in the village of Butler that are open before the hours of 7 a.m. So I would think that maybe I could be considered as well.
And then what time did you want to end at? Close?
I think the conditional use permit currently states
10 p.m.
10 p.m.
President Kasdorf, I just will say that there was no specific reason. I'll just say, to be honest, that I set it at 7 a.m. I mainly set it at that time because before that, it's kind of when people are just starting to wake up, and just with animals and dogs possibly barking, it's somewhat near a residential area. That was kind of the main concern that I had. I don't necessarily have a concern with it starting at 5 a.m. I guess the concern that I did raise was just again, being animals out, going from cars into the building, just if there was going to be noise, somewhat close to a residential area.
That's
So,
really
like I said,
not
if
next to a residential though.
What? I'm sorry, what was that?
That spot is really not next to residential.
It's close. It's somewhat close, within a few hundred feet of it, but it's not. Yeah, it's right next to the park. There's houses.
Yeah,
Like I can see houses from where that building is.
yeah, all the way across the park.
So again, my point is that you're somewhat
Okay, yeah.
close to it, and dog barks carry.
I will say that in the 6 times that I've been to the building in the last 2 months, the facility that used to be the veterinarian clinic, whatever that is now, there's constant dog barking coming out of that building. And we've never had that problem in the 6 years that I've been operating Zoila Zone.
And I think, I'm thinking back to, the barking of the dogs was on a different permit. And I know we declined that, but that was a doggy daycare park. So, and that was something with 30 or 40 dogs. That was where the noise,
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago.
years
right?
ago, the discussion with the noise and going into the residential, I think that's coming back to me on that. So at your facility, you would only have a max of 6 dogs at a time?
And 99% of the time, it's 1 or 2 dogs because it's
Yeah.
the owner.
Yeah.
Yes, do I have dog owners who bring that own 6 dogs? Yes, but do they generally bring them all at once? No.
Now what is your max that you think when you have your special event?
So like if we were to do an open house, like, hey, come see our new space. It's just it's an open house, come see the space, come see where we're located, in and out. If we were to do a pet first aid and CPR course, there we're limited to the instructor that teaches that class. I think her max is 15 dogs, but again, that's not even dogs. That's just humans coming in and taking that class. Most trainers, certified trainers, are doing 6 dogs or less for 99% of the classes. Anything more than that.
I wouldn't see an issue with the 5 a.m. start. The park closes at 10, just for reference, across the street. So that's 10 p.m. And then usually, like when we have an event, we ask that they're out by 11 p.m. So do we have any complaints on the vet clinic with the barking dogs at all?
Rebecca has brought that to our attention, and I have tried to address it with the property owner / owner of that business. She's not the most responsive, and so that's the only complaint that I've received from anybody. But I know that I am going to be trying to reach out to her again to try to get some sort of plan in place to get that handled.
No residents have complained?
No residents and no other business owners.
In reality, I'm not really complaining. I'm just noting
Yeah.
that it is
Existing.
Yeah.
existing, so I just hope that we're all held to the same.
And just want to touch on Kevin's point. So point 4 in the conditional use permit, the owner, Rebecca, has agreed to the point of providing notice to the village, email about when one of those larger events, open house, training event would occur.
I mean, maybe we do an Easter egg hunt. And there's no guarantee, but every
No.
once in a while, we like to just do something fun to offer to the community.
Was there any complaints for the prior renter?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay, thank you.
And like I said, it was a time set just for, again, just being, trying to be considerate of the dogs barking. But like I said, if we have it at 5 a.m., I really have no opposition.
I don't either. And then it's zoned M1. So remind me why this is coming to us again, please?
The conditional use permit, so it's not a permitted use explicitly in the zoning code. It's a conditional use along with animal hospitals and kenneling facilities.
I would almost be fine with like a 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. because that's consistent with the park. When we close the park, we want people out by 10, but we allow them till 11. So I'd be fine. Do you get a lot of people between 10 and 11 at night?
Not, I'd have to look back at our rental history. The one really late person we had at our Richfield location, which was our prior location, was a truck driver, and there's a truck stop right up there by Cabela's. So that's really the only reason we were getting an overnight there, but I wouldn't think there would be a huge request for.
Okay.
I do have one restaurant owner, but I don't know.
Okay. Would you like me to propose 11 or do you want it at 10?
Go ahead and propose for 11.
Okay. All right. Any other questions from the board?
No.
I'll make a motion to allow the business Zola Zone to operate between the hours of 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. in the M1 Industrial District. Does that motion work for you, Ben?
I would like it to be worded that you're making a recommendation to the village board to approve with those hour changes.
Got it. So as Ben stated, this is a recommendation to the village board as stated.
Second that.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
On opposition, say nay. Motion passes. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
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 On opposition, say nay. Motion passes. Adjourned at 5:29. Yeah. So now this will go to the village board. We'll probably see me again.